Welcome everyone. In today's video I wanted to cover all of the important news events that happened in the Solana ecosystem last week. And the first piece of news comes from Frankium. So they're doing their second round of Ray incentives. So you can deposit your Ray onto Frankium and then earn extra Ray upon it. So if we take a look here, you would get 42% interest on your Ray in the Frankium lending tab anyway, but the incentives have boosted it up by 17.59%. So if you want to get some high yields on your Ray and not have to LP anywhere or suffer any sort of impermanent loss, you just want pure Ray yields, then Frankium is definitely one of the best places to go right now to do that. The next piece of news comes from Katana. So Katana is now live on DevNet. So if you're not familiar with Katana, they actually won the Solana Ignition Hackathon. They were the grand prize winner. And essentially what they do, there are a yield generation protocol. So they run lots of different strategies. On the DevNet right now, they're running Solana covered call strategies. So very familiar with, so it's very similar to Ribbon Finance if you're familiar with that on Ethereum. The next piece of news comes from Solend. So the Solend and Marinade Finance double rewards program is extending for another 2 weeks. So we go ahead and check this out. If you deposit MSOL onto Solend, then you'll get extra yield paid out in Marinade Finance tokens. So we look here, your yield is getting paid out in Solend tokens and Marinade Finance tokens to give you a supply APY of 6.38%. So if you have any spare MSOL lying around, then this might be a place that you want to put it for now. More news from Solend, and we're going to go over this Medium article that I recently put down, and this is what will come in December. Solend will list on another centralized exchange. Solend rewards for November will be claimable December 1st. Additionally, Marinade rewards will be claimable December 5th. There'll be an ambassador program for new user onboarding, a referral program. They're going to list Wormhole ETH and UST, which is quite cool. Solend will also be listed on Solend itself, so you'll actually be able to use the SLND token as collateral. Developer portal and Solana SDK will be launched, which is nice. More double rewards with partners, shifting liquidity mining rewards from supplying to borrowing. And this part is what I'm most interested in. So they're working on some larger projects that will ship in early 2022, and it's isolated pools. So that seems very much like Rari Capital and liquidity mining 2.0. So what I think about that is they're trying to do protocol-owned liquidity. They've mentioned it in a few tweets, like last week. They asked if anyone was going to bring Olympus Pro to Solana. So we'll see if that actually ends up working out. So they might do a new sort of like bonding program. The next piece of news comes from Aldrin. So they've added a new LP pair in their AMM, so Larix MSOL. You're getting triple rewards in Larix, Marinade, and Rin in GC yield. So let's take a look at how much that's currently paying out to people who want to LP in that pool. So if we take a look here at the Larix MSOL pool, it's currently paying out 977% APR. So that's pretty attractive. If you're interested in Larix and MSOL and you want to LP here, then this is definitely somewhere to go. The next piece of news comes from Asgard DAO. So it's recently had its stealth launch. The Asgard DAO is another ohm fork on Solana. Odin is supposedly meant to be the decentralized reserve currency on Solana. So they don't have that many followers, and they just opened up their Twitter account this December. And I've made a video talking about Asgard DAO, how to use it, and some of the risks involved. But if we go to the Asgard DAO page, we can see that the treasury value is currently at almost 500,000, and the market price is so early, it just says wag me. And if we press bond, the market price also says you're early here as well. And currently right now you can stake the Odin token for 109,000% APY. So if that's interesting, you're a degen yield farmer, then definitely go ahead and check Asgard. Next piece of news comes from Drift Protocol. So Drift is now live on Mainnet and open to everyone. So Drift Protocol, if you're not aware, is a perpetual futures DEX on Solana, and it works using a virtual AMM versus Mango Market's order book, and it's quite interesting. The UI is quite slick, and it's a really good place for smaller traders to go ahead and use. So I made a video which I will link in the description down below, and I'll show on the screen right now, just talking about Drift Protocol. And then I also made another video talking about some of the strategies that have now opened up when you use Drift Protocol and Mango Markets. So the next piece of news comes from Marinade. So Marinade Finance is doing their Wave 4 in the retro claim. So if you visit here, you'll be able to see whether or not you can claim some retroactive airdrops from Marinade Finance. I think you had to have staked with Marinade Finance in the later half of September. So if you have done, definitely go ahead and check out if you can claim any free money from Marinade Finance. The next piece of news comes from Azura DAO. So if you're not familiar with Azura DAO, it's another own fork on Solana, but they're using NFTs to help boost the APRs that you can achieve. So we're going to take a look at this. They're doing a mint on the 5th of December, 7 p.m. UTC. So by the time you see this, you'll still have time to actually get in on the mint. So it's a typical own fork. I actually did a video talking about all of the Olympus DAO forks as well as Azura DAO and what I thought about the NFTs. So you can definitely go ahead and check that out. But the NFTs, just quickly, they boost your APR. So if you get a rank 1 NFT, it boosts your APR by 50%, rank 2 15%, and a rank 3 7% APR. And we're going to round off this video by taking a look at the brand new PvP Arena in Aurory. Just remember that none of what I talked about in this video is financial advice, and you should definitely do your own research in the matters of your own personal finance. I'm not responsible for any losses that you may take.